Hello and welcome to DungeonRole, games and adventure from across the tabletop. Welcome to another episode of our Five Cities Dungeons & Dragons 5e role-playing game. We'll go around everyone in a minute and go through our characters and who is playing what. But first off, just like to celebrate a little milestone. We've reached 250 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Yes! Mainly down to a picture of my 4-month-old son holding a Dungeon Master's Guide. So, yeah, hey, it's content, but, you know, there we go.
Should we be offended by that?
Well, no,
yes, you should. There's lots more coming, and we will get on now to our players. And we will begin with Jim!
Oh, no! Hello, I am Jim. I am playing a character called Cormac Mottle, who is a Himlax/Halfling thing in this world. I am a fighter who has recently discovered air magic, so I shall be dancing around doing lots of air magic-y stuff. And I have got severe problems with my height, and I don't like it, and I'm trying to prove myself to the world.
Nice. I am John. I am playing Sate, who's an Elosi Sylph, which is a half-elf in this world. I'm also a paladin Avutar, who is the god of knowledge and unknown places. And I've recently got the ability to tie people up using magic.
I beg your pardon.
Hi, I'm Roger. I play Aurelian. I am a cleric of Usion, who is the god of sun and the forge. I have lots of armor, and the group have decided I'm their tank for some reason.
And our healer.
When did you become the tank? I can tank anyway.
The silver machine.
I'm sorry, Paladin. How many times have you hidden behind me?
8.
Multiclassing, multitasking.
I like the no pause. How many times have you done this?
8.
Sam, Nalexi, Human Ranger. Are you alright over there?
Yep.
Still hoping to try and keep us out of trouble, although it's looking like we're going to be getting deeper into it. Definitely.
Yes.
Yep.
No, well, maybe. Sorry.
No, yes, definitely.
Spoilers.
I'm Simon. I play Poot, and my role is to be annoying, specifically to
In life or in the game?
to Princess and Silver Machine.
Is that me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Princess.
I think
Cool.
you,
Oh,
I think
you're
you got
so
cast as a
princess.
princess and during the last game because you
Yeah.
really wanted to play the class.
You wanted to take a level of princess.
Yeah.
So
you
you
so
became
wanted to take a level of Princess.
Well, before we start and we do a recap, I'd just like to say that we've teamed up with our friends at Dreadful Dungeons, and we're actually going to be running a competition for celebrating our 252nd subscriber. And very soon we'll be releasing a video about that, so stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and don't miss out on this great chance to get a free adventure. Cool. Anyway,
Nice.
on with the game. So, previously on Five Cities, our brave heroes
Who are they?
had returned with news of potential problems underground to Onsmith and had been sent by Andreas Brookburn to head out and suspiciously not go to Laron's Pit to check out what was going on there because you guys were a bit worried about the miners who'd come back from there, but instead to head to Ironend, where you had sent Sharon to go and alert them to the fact that there are potentially
Anathea.
Sharon?
potentially risen heading towards Ironend underground or coming from somewhere under there.
Yeah.
So you guys had gathered your belongings and been given a small troop of sappers to help you. Ilias, Radeng, Bernard, and Rufus, who was slightly more Satorian and Roby rather than weapons and armour.
And a healer.
Princess totally didn't
Potentially,
go.
He's the
yeah.
healer guy,
Possibly.
wasn't he?
Hopefully he was. That's kind of why we
Yeah, you loved that healer. You were, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you had made your way to Ironend. You were talking
Fickle
on the train, on the Aeromancer's carriage, all the way to Junction, discussing many things. You found out that Ilias was a bit gruff. Redeng was from the mountains and wanting to show people of the cities how the clans people fight and live.
Oh, she was the fit one.
She was the in good shape lady.
So, yeah, technically.
And Bernard, who seemed very vanilla. Brown hair, brown eyes, average height.
Bless
Nice
him.
guy.
Wearing a red coat.
Red coats.
And Rufus,
Community.
who was indeed Satorian, dressed in robes, and said that he was an apothecary.
And healer.
And healer, yes. Some magic and some herbalism. And you made your way to Junction, where you had then rented some horses, 10 horses, which you kind of were a bit shocked about, but it was quite a bit of money. We discovered that Poot has no money, and
I gave it all away.
you gave it all away.
You
Yes.
spent it on rapiers.
You gave it-
sorry.
You gave it
It's going
to
to be such a cool rapier.
when you get back in 3 years.
Yeah. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Listen,
And he's put on weight.
Plan ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And your armour.
I thought he had the rapier
Yeah,
already,
I
because
agree,
the armory
yeah,
has
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
No. I left one of the blue balls to have it mounted in the hilt of a rapier and have the rapier, done nicely. So I basically bought a really nice rapier, and then I had the armor that was going to be sound proofed.
Yes. That was the goal.
Oh, what, the
Yeah.
sneaky
You
armor?
You gave a guy a load of money and some armour and
Ton of
said,
money.
make this soundproof.
Yeah, made it sound.
Cool.
Well,
And you had headed out along the towpath alongside the canal, the perfectly straight canal that heads out to Ironend through the hills. And you can see that this is some artifact of the golems, some ancient cut through the land that's perfectly straight and is lined with a similar material as the Black Road. And you made your way to Ironend, and you saw a large hill has been taken over by various mining operations, different levels, different areas, different pits dug into the side of this big hill. Most of the trees in this area have been kind of cut down, and there's lots of fires going around as they're burning charcoal to help them make steel, that kind of thing. And there's a big town at the bottom of the hill where the canal goes into the town, and there's a nice wooden wall around this town, which is Ironend, and you had met an outrider who'd taken you to the gate, and there you had met Josette, who was captain of the guard. And as I said last time, he was fairly well built, fairly well armoured. He had stony skin but leaves in his hair, so he's probably a Kulda Sylph hybrid, which is dwarf elf, dwarf. Yes, he'd met you at the gates, and the 10 of you riding in the late in the evening had arisen a bit of suspicion, and he's taken you into the courtyard and shut the gates. And there are lots of guards around. You can see now on the inside of the wall there's an interior level where the guards are standing to look over the wall, and there are several of them with bows, crossbows, now turned around and trained on you.
For no
And
reason.
he's kind of standing there looking a bit gruff and kind of looking you all up and down. He clicks his fingers, and a couple of young lads run out from the stables nearby, and they come over to see what's going on with your horses. Very well. You've clearly travelled straight from Junction. What is it that is so pressing that you're here? You seem like you're all kitted out for some small war.
Hopefully not.
Tell us, have there been any accidents in the mines around here?
There's always accidents in the mine.
Anything recently? Maybe something a bit more suspicious than you're used to?
To be honest, I don't pay too close attention to that kind of detail. I look outward from the wall, keep an eye on what's going on. And if there are any scuffles in the town, then I look after them. The miners, they look after themselves. The households, they take care of it.
Who's the leader of the household here?
Well, there are a few. Yeah, you've got Ermits, you've got Broodburns.
I go and explain that we were sent here. Well, we were on a mission. What's the
Quest.
We're on a quest, as agreed by Andreas Brugman, to
Yes.
come and
Yeah,
investigate
I think so.
a possible risen in the parts.
Be less panicky.
Be careful what you're saying, son.
Well, no, that's why I said it in hushed tones. That's not why I said it in character. But I said,
No, he still says it
good.
to you, even though you've,
Yeah.
you're quietly saying it's like, right. Give your horses over to the stables and follow me. He starts walking towards
does
what
he-
looks like a barracks building.
Does he obviously believe us, or do we?
No,
have to
he
choose?
at the moment you can't make a.
Well, he hasn't told you to stop
Make
being
an
stupid,
insight.
so it's a good
Insight?
start. The other guy was all like, "It's fairy tales."
14.
Shut up.
He seems like the kind of person who is used to riders riding up in the middle of the night and
Right,
giving
well.
bad news. You can tell from his face that he's battle scarred. He doesn't look like some fancy
No,
captain
stuff.
of the guard who's a noble who's being put in charge and is running around being busy. He looks like he's been through the wars literally himself.
Cool.
And he just starts walking towards a barracks
Yeah,
over to
well,
the side.
Follow him. Yeah.
Okay.
I
You
think we
fall
should
in with him.
inquire about Sharon
Yeah.
when we get in the
Your
barracks.
accent, honestly.
What
Northern.
what language are you speaking now?
Right.
Northern.
Just said Sharon, that's all.
He starts walking through the
Sharon.
barracks. Sharon!
You can understand each other now a bit better.
Yeah.
And only really if you meet someone new who's speaking that language you don't understand, or they're talking very complicated language, talking about specifically arcane things, historical things, anything to do with science, you would have to make some sort of intelligence
Rushed
roll.
or whispers or.
Yes, that kind of thing. Yeah, at the edge of your hearing, that kind of thing.
We follow him. Yeah.
Okay, you follow him. He walks straight towards this building, large double doors. They open as he approaches, as two guards open them up. And he walks in, goes up a short flight of stairs. You can see to the left what looks like a mess hall, to the right the entrance to a bunk hall. And he goes up the stairs. He's quite a heavy chap, you can tell. His Kulden blood is strong. And he makes his way up the stairs, and you follow him into a small office that has a window that looks out across the courtyard that you were just in.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see now that the troops and soldiers are starting to get back about their business, watch over the wall, look after things. And he sits down behind a desk and sort of points at, there's some stools dotted around the room. He's often used to having, you can see he's
I
used to having
shall
lots of people.
I shall slink into a shadow in the corner of the room. Not necessarily the corner, just somewhere a bit more
Okay.
less bright.
I
Sure.
shall sit front and centre.
And I
Okay.
shall peruse the shelves.
There are some scrolls
Mm.
and one or two books. They look sort of tactical instruction manuals.
Cool.
Right. You're talking of Risen. Let's be careful. We don't need to scare the troops.
Agreed.
What's going on?
There,
First off, I assume you have some proof that you've come from Andreas Brugman.
we've got the sigils for the carriage and the charter. We were in Greenrise. Where was the
Yes.
Green
Oh,
Rise?
Greenrise,
We
yes.
were in Greenrise, and we somewhere.
It's just
someone
over the hills. He points out over the window.
Beyond the way.
Yeah, someone we sent two people straight from there, Shirin and Althea, that should have been here by now. They experienced what we did. We made our way back to Onsworth to warn of the Risen, which we saw, and there we believe
You
that
actually saw Risen.
There
We
were many.
saw-
engaged in melee
Yeah.
with the Risen.
Yeah, in
We
Greenrise.
didn't just
He looks at
see
you and
them.
raises an eyebrow.
We didn't just see them. Oh, I'll just look at him. We didn't just run away. There aren't as many as there were.
We killed one.
No, we killed several.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we were investigating a missing reeve
And
at Greenrose, and we found caves where there were many Risen, and this cave structure seemed to lead in this direction.
including sacks with sort of ochre fluid.
We believe they may be connected to your mining system.
Or if they're not, they could be.
There's a vast underground network of natural caves under here, and some of our mines, I believe, tap into some of those.
So we have come to try and find out if the Risen have reached this far, perhaps stop them if we can, and find out how Shurin is, if she made it this far.
Well, I'd say I know nothing of this Sharon,
Sharon.
and Althea. I have not met them.
The quantity of Risen that were coming in this direction would mean that if they turned up, that would be it. If we cannot either find out where they're coming through or seal it up, then you will have 100 Risen.
Plus,
That's it.
that was the ones we saw.
It will be
You're talking about a surge.
all over.
Yes.
Greenrise is empty and
In
Oakhart's
Ironend.
evacuated.
Yeah,
So if you don't have a preparation for if you get them,
We do, however,
The-
all I have is your word at this point, and I need someone to ascertain that this is a
Well,
real threat. I assume that's why
We'll
you
investigate
are
the
here.
mines then.
yeah,
Well,
we
we-
have brought sappers with us
we
to aid us in investigating the mines, so that if we do find them, we are the ones that are there. We are not surprised by seeing Risen because we've seen them before.
With the permission of the town, of course.
Of course.
So we came from, after we've seen Greenrise, we've essentially evacuated Greenrise and all the villages back to the
all the way
Garblag
to
Road.
all the way
So,
to Fullridge.
Greenrise, Oakhart, Tall Pine, and Fullridge, all the way to Fullridge. Has been evacuated. We don't take this
That whole
lightly.
trail.
We don't take this lightly, but we need to find out how far they have come, and if they have got this far, we need to evacuate the mine and call in the strikers. However, it has not come to that yet. We need to find out if they're here.
However, Sharon not having arrived bodes ill.
Was she overground or underground?
Overground.
Was she wombling free?
She went overground. Underground was not safe when we had to seal the tunnel.
Very well.
Could we? Are there taverns here that we could ask? Sorry, out of character. What race was she? She was human.
Yes.
Is there
Lucy.
a Lucy tavern that we may just ask if she came here and yet did not alert
Sorry.
you to the
A Nolosi tavern.
or
We don't split things those ways around here.
okay.
Racist.
Are there taverns that one would stay at?
The busiest tavern in town is the Deepest Delve.
Then
The guards haven't seen it though. She obviously didn't do the job we set her out to do, which is warn people.
but
There
would
is no state of alarm in this town.
That wouldn't have been her
if
decision, I'm
if
sure.
these people
will
arrived
need to go to the council, I'm afraid.
Okay, well, while you mess about with the council, where's
No,
the
no,
interest in the mines?
you will need to come to the council.
Oh, right, okay. Let's go do politics.
now.
Do they meet regularly, or is it a monthly thing?
Bi-yearly.
It's in 3 weeks' time. No.
I believe it's
Is
summoned.
it like a residency?
I think I could
association?
summon a council meeting this evening.
Can we, I would appreciate
Blowing a horn
Yes.
and shouting out.
I will. He stands up and leans out the window.
He comes.
Oi! Shouts down below. Fetch the council. He sends a lad to run with a message. Right.
Time wasted.
I will prepare the men. I will double
And
the
women.
patrols inside the city, so that we are a lot better defended.
When we were on the Aeromancer's carriage, some of the miners from the deep caves had suffered some kind of exposure.
The lower levels of Lauren's pit.
But I
Right.
imagine some people from the pits move from different pits. I imagine there's some kind of
Well,
crossover.
to be honest, our people tend to stay here. They live here, they work here. Everyone's pit. It's not there's no town, there's no nothing. It's just one hell of a mine. They come in and out. There's a camp.
So anyway, exposure to the big sacks or that kind of thing, working near that can have an effect on them. So if you have any of your miners who have been in the deep, who've acted
Tell this
a bit,
to the
bit
council
more,
members. Tell this to the council members. They will need to alert their men. The households own the mines.
Well,
I do
only
not police
one
the
of us
mines.
needs to tell the council members.
I police the town,
May I suggest,
but I sit on the council.
assuming that we are telling the truth, that you at least prepare to
As you're talking, he's writing stuff on bits
to
of paper.
prepare some kind of movement to
Only
evacuate
one of
the
us. Only one of us needs to be in the
yeah.
council meeting.
Let's not get hasty.
town. No, I don't mean alert people to evacuate. I mean prepare carts. So the people don't get spooked, but you do not need to rush quite so much in the event.
we have brought a healer with us and some equipment. It would be good to set up some kind of camp outside of the walls, not very far away, just in case we need to.
If the trouble is in the mine and you can close the mine, then the town will be fine.
Okay.
I believe.
Who's going to stay and talk to the council?
I would like to stay and talk to the council.
Okay.
I think Aurelian should come too.
What do you
I'd
imagine
rather
you're going
him
to
be
do
in the
meantime?
mine because he has the
Well, no, but,
bunnies.
yeah, but we can't go in the mine until the council's approved.
Well,
Well,
I suspect angering the town.
Your horses are stabled, and you are fetched some basic food and drink to nourish you from your long ride. And after maybe half an hour, the runner comes back saying that the council members have gathered at Brennick Oakren's household and are awaiting the captain and his guests.
I suggest we get this over with quickly so we can get into the mine, kill some risen. God damn it!
if we get attacked while this council meeting goes on, I will say, "Told you so."
Well, we got a human shield.
I think that's fair enough.
I told you so. Whilst running away.
Okay.
I was here too.
I shall polish my badge.
How many
Okay.
how many days has it been since we left Greenwise?
Greenwise.
207.
It's about 4 or 5 days. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite some time.
So that's plenty of time for showing.
Oh, she would have been here by
Yeah,
now
yeah.
and raised the alarm.
In that time, could we have gone to the taverns to see if she was just ask if
You could pop to the nearby, the deepest delve is one that's on the canal.
Mhm.
It's a big tavern with it's like several buildings
Yeah.
with like its own forge,
Mhm.
stable,
Mhm.
buildings, extra lodgings. But the bartender and the staff there have not heard of someone from Shirin.
Or at least kind of pass a
Greenwise.
description of the two of them, and if anyone turns up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you give the information over, and they say they'll keep an eye out.
Or if anyone finds anything outside the town. Do they have many kind of hunters and trappers here, or is it mostly just the mining?
No, they tend to keep in the town. Yeah. They get so much in from Junction on the canal. There's
You
no
don't
point.
need to.
Okay, so you are fetched from the deepest delve by Joset,
Mhm.
and he has a small contingent of soldiers with him, and you have your companions, your new companions. So 9 of you and him and his 5 guys head off towards Brennick Oakren's house, and you make your way through this town. It's built slopes up towards this hill. So there's kind of everything seems to be going up away from the canal. Lots of big buildings. You can see in the distance a temple of Usain, very large one. And off to the side, you spot a temple of Abutar along a side road. It's not huge, but you spot it as you go through. You're always kind of looking out for that on the way.
Presumably most of it's kind of stone work, buildings, architecture.
Stone buildings, wooden roofs. The ground floors are often stone, and then anything above that's wood. And slates or tiled roofs, and lots of people moving around. Even though it's late, there seems to be activity going on.
Mhm. Well, if you're used to working underground, then it being dark isn't really an issue.
Sure, that's true. And you make your way fairly quickly to a large estate. So again, several buildings. And there are guards all around the property. But once they see Captain Joseph, you are kind of ushered through. You are led into the household and into a large dining hall, which has a massive table in it. And sitting at one end, you see a short, rocky-faced woman, a medium-height human man, and then a short, rocky-faced man with reedy-like hair. There's an empty large seat. 5 seats seem to be set up especially nice, and then the rest are sort of smaller chairs. You're in a large dining room with paintings around the walls, 5 nice grandiose chairs at one end of the table, and the rest are kind of standard but still fairly posh chairs. Joseph kind of walks over, sits down and says, these are the people who have arrived. Tell the council what you've told me.
And we do. We explain in detail what the council need to hear.
And what do they need to hear?
Oh man,
You just-
Oh,
Okay, fine. We were on a
diplomatic
a
mission to
standard,
Alderaan.
not quest, a standard mission to discover a reef who had gone missing in Greenrise, and we found down in an unnatural cavernous area various.
Unnatural, says one of the men, who is Brennick Okran. What do you mean unnatural?
An incredibly smooth-sided cylindrical hole down into a cavernous system.
Perfectly smooth.
Perfectly smooth. Down into a cavernous area where there was a
Cracked red crystal.
cracked red crystal floor. Where, upon further investigation, we found
Make an insight roll.
Both of us? Or?
Just
lots 21.
when you said a perfectly smooth cylindrical hole,
He went.
his eyes widened slightly as if it sounded familiar.
And I noticed.
Have we been introduced to the council? Have the council been introduced to us?
Briefly, he told you who the people are sitting down.
Because the other guy said that House Ermit had a presence in this town.
Yes, Franson Ermit is one of the other men sitting at the table.
But it wasn't him that. It wasn't him that reacted.
No.
I notice this
Yes,
gentleman going.
Brennick Okran.
Whose house we're in?
Well, I continue with my story.
Okay, so you tell him the rest of the story.
Yeah, and
About
tell them
your-
about the origin and the
Yes.
move back from Greenrise to Onsman
Sure.
with the Prima, Mr.
Bridburn.
Andreas Bridburn, and then
At that, the woman sitting at the table, Verla Burnborn,
Ooh.
you met my ancestor.
he's like, yes, we were led there by
Tarn.
by Tarn Bridburn, who was stationed at Forage, and we met with the Prima.
It was very nice.
Very, very well.
He says hi.
He showed us his magic mirror.
It was a window.
Are you saying that out loud?
No.
And yes, and then he suggested that rather than anything to do with the Risen, who could be heading towards Ironend, that Ironend should be warned, and we should find out if they have got this far. So we are here to see if we can investigate the mines and come up with some kind of proof if Risen are here or not.
At that point, Joseph turns to the others, the other 3 sitting there. Yes, we need to take this seriously, I think, and we need to make sure that the deeper mines are checked,
Okay.
because I feel that's where you'd probably have the most problem. And he kind of looks at the other 3, and Brennick Okran looks a bit sheepish, but he says, yes, some of my mines are probably the deepest. Maybe Franson here as well has a very deep mine. But I would suggest that would be the place to look.
I
First.
take the initiative of the conversation. Says you've seen the roof cylindrical holes. You reacted when I mentioned it. Can I make it as an intimidation or something? To
persuade, maybe not
persuasion
intimidate.
to get it out.
Where is it?
Comic
Which way are you trying to do it?
Comic loves his intimidate.
Yeah, go intimidate. Go on. You stand on your chair and shake your fist.
No.
Tell me about
You
it.
have a -1,
Yeah, I have done really well so far, so I'm going to
Okay.
fail this one miserably.
and then we're going to execute him.
No, I will use persuasion rather than intimidation in front of the council. Because I have more respect.
Here we go.
6. Sorry.
Persuasion's not working.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't go down into the mines myself. I have people to do that. I see the entranceway and the carts come out with the ore and everything's good.
Or
Let's hope it stays that way.
what? Or
Do I think that statement was honest?
Make an insight roll.
Well, no, I said what I was
I have
hoping
no
for-
idea. I rolled a
I
1.
make an insight roll.
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
You
no,
did
I-
say that quite openly,
yeah,
so you
I-
can all
I-
make an insight check if you want to.
Well, I was hoping that
11.
the other council members would perhaps notice that his reaction isn't quite.
Have you had any illnesses amongst
Um,
your deeper mining crews?
That's a good start.
When you say that,
7-11.
No.
Verla Burnborn turns and says, "Yes, Brennick, didn't you have some ailment passing between some of your men
Heresy.
this week?"
If you have,
He sort of, "I don't have to have this in my house. What are you? These people come in here. I don't even know who you are, and you start telling me that I've got something going on in my mine."
Well,
if
let's
you
investigate
have-
your mind. Persuasion.
Sorry, it's a
Natural 1.
Get out of my house.
Oh, apparently we have to leave.
Let's all calm down. Perhaps you should tell us more of this ailment.
Oh, just the miners having a bit of breathing. There was a lot of dust. It was nothing.
Where
The
are
muffin-
they now? We
I'll
have
try and
that.
persuade him to open up more. Can you tell
No,
us more of
no
this
more
unusual
persuasion
behaviour?
rolls. We're not doing very well. I told you, no more persuasion rolls.
We're getting kicked out. That was the second one in a row.
I'm sorry, but I think that this is.
how would I address this? What would his previous
Where are they?
Would it be
Where
sir?
are
Would it
they
be lord?
now?
Would it be
In this place, in his house, you'd probably call him Lord or something.
We have just got 2 natural 1s in a row.
yeah?
Persuasion.
I would just say kind of my
Did
lord.
you get
if it-
one?
If your mine is always going to be yours, but if
No, it's not. We're going to steal
no,
that.
it's just a, would you like it to be known that Risen came out of your mind? Can I say that intimidatingly?
Go for it.
Stop rolling persuade and intimidate. Oh dear.
Okay, that does seem to get his attention.
Yes. No one noticed our failure.
Repeated failure.
they definitely should have been kicked out. I think they should be on the turf outside, sat on the lawn with bloody noses.
Very well. You may visit my mine. Yes.
Can I see what the other council members think of his?
They
Detail.
seem to be. Franson's just not bothered. He's not interested. He's just kind of sitting there, watching everything, a bit observing, seeing who's who and what's what. Verla looks condescendingly at him like he's some sort of idiot, and Josette now looks concerned.
Where are the afflicted?
They are being treated in the mining camp.
Well, we have a trained healer with us. If that would be any help.
Oh, well, I have people tending to it. Don't worry, it's nothing serious, and everything will be fine.
I hope so.
Could
Okay.
we speak with your
I
physicians?
shall create the image of a Risen in the doorway.
Oh, what is happening?
What is happening
What's
now?
happening with our lives?
Can I?
Do it.
Paul,
Do
I'm
it.
assuming I need to roll a dice.
No, he's stuck. It's
Okay. What
I've
have you
seen one.
done? Minor image, is that?
Minor
Minor
illusion.
illusion.
Minor illusion. Here we go. Here's a giant spanner.
That is
doctor's banging
Ladies
his
and
hand.
gentlemen,
Cheers.
Well, everyone else has rolled a 1. This is my turn.
Let's throw sticks at in. Boo! Hiss!
Great.
So it has no. It's just an image.
It's just an image of a risen in the doorway. That if they choose to
It's
choose
no
to
larger than a
investigate
5-foot cube.
it, yeah, if they choose to investigate
So it's
it,
going to be smaller than a
then they would.
So it'd be like.
Yeah.
It's
So
just
people are
far
suddenly
away.
startled,
Ah!
unsurprisingly.
and Verla sort of moves back. The guards in the room move towards this image of Risen.
Oh,
It's
To be honest,
still.
I think I'm going to leave
I
and
would as
draw
well,
my weapon.
Yeah.
I'm going to find nature's wrath at it.
Okay. I should disappear the risen.
Oh. I do not find nature's wrath at it.
I only want it to appear for a brief moment.
Okay.
Like
What
a
in your
thunder.
scion's name was that?
Who is doing this in my house? Please leave.
If
Leave now.
No. I'm staying.
One of my men will show you to
Step
the
forward.
mine. Please leave my house.
If you ignore our warnings,
You're going to check
then-
out my mine.
then that apparition will be what scares every single one
So
of
it's
your
him.
people,
It's him.
and you will all be dead for it. You heed
Diplomacy.
my warning, and I shall leave. I've turned on my heels, swept my cloak behind me.
Very
I
well.
shall Left.
Okay.
I look embarrassed.
He doesn't speak to us. He doesn't speak for us.
I'm going to put my hammer away and sit back down.
He doesn't speak for us. He had a troubled childhood.
Please leave my house.
I think
We should be.
Yeah, we should.
We should go and explore the mines.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Joseph says, I will catch up with you outside. Don't go too far.
I was going to say, can I wait
Excuse me?
outside for Verla?
Bird.
You may.
As I leave the room and enter the hallway, are there
Guards
guards?
Guards are escorting you out of the building.
Are they?
Yes. There were guards in the room.
You're
Because
going
you're
into
a
something.
The guards are in the room and they've now escorted you out of the building.
Just him or all of us?
You know, and if you try and stop, they will just throw you out. Like
Yeah.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah. Yeah. Wowzers.
Just
How
him
many
or we all
guards?
being escorted?
How many
No,
guards?
he's asked you to leave, but he's being marched out.
How many guards?
2
12.
guards.
2.
Yes.
Only 2?
I'm insulted.
To
Following
be honest, I
behind
do
him
feel fairly insulted at only
to make
2
sure
guards.
that Poot doesn't misbehave. And we'll
Okay.
intervene if he does.
Yes, you follow behind.
Your dice.
So you're sort of leaving the house.
I like it.
Some of you maybe apologetically, some
Yep.
of you not.
Nah.
And
One
Lena,
of those.
you wait outside briefly, and the rest of you kind of congregate outside the building. And
We should
Joe
surely head
sit.
off to the mine.
Joseph, he said one of his men will come out and escort you. Joseph and Verla and Franson come out of the house with various guards and people around them, hangers-on and people with bits of paper and quills and that kind of thing. And they kind of bustle out of the building and sort of head in your direction, but look like they're trying not to look at you.
I'm trying not to head in that direction.
I'm just waiting.
You're going to wait.
Yeah.
You're going to try and talk to Verla.
Mhm.
Okay. How are you going to try and do that?
Well, are they kind of all in a group kind of hurrying? Because if they're going past us, then I
Yeah.
might join
Okay.
Mike. And,
Yeah.
but if
They're
they're
kind of-
actually coming to us
No, they're not
anyway,
coming
then-
toward. They're coming towards you, but then they're kind of skirting off.
Oh yeah, then I'll tag along and then see where we end up.
Okay.
Unless I'm told otherwise.
Sidling along.
She says to you as you walk along, "Can I help you?"
I think we'd like to help you if we're able to.
It seems that not all of you want to help. Some of you want to cause trouble, which is not
They're
wise.
not. They're not from around here.
I can tell.
We are good at it.
I can only apologise. We are trying to
Well,
help.
it's good that somebody did.
I don't give a shit.
I understand that you're trying to help, and it is a shame that Catherine could not be in the room, for I feel she is a guiding hand in these things. Yes, I suggest that you investigate Brennick's mine thoroughly. His behaviour recently has led Franson and myself to be concerned.
If there's any information you can give us that might lead us to something quicker.
Well, allegedly the sick are being housed in a large green tent 2 along from the entranceway to their camp. That may be a place to go and see if what he's saying is true.
Thank you.
I decided I wasn't going to stand and wait. I was going to be standing and I was going to berate Poot for his, actions and say, what benefit is scaring council when we're trying to get them outside? Why would you do that?
What are you doing?
I'm just going to lay him out. I don't have to take that kind of crap.
Okay, you can.
You're going to punch him.
You're going to punch me.
So I finished talking to her, turn around, and
And you two are fighting in the street.
How does trying to hold someone back work?
I
would try
sigh
and stop that immediately.
loudly.
Oh, come on. I've basically spun round and thrown a punch.
You two roll initiative.
How come he started speaking? That means
I'm
he's
so-
already started his action.
10 plus
No,
1.
not
I'm
him.
speaking.
Oh, right.
Not him.
I'm
Oh, that's
Probably
right.
going to go
Yes,
first anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to go for that.
Roll your initiative.
Oh. Well, I rolled a really good punch.
Yeah, that's fine. You can keep that for your punch, but
Okay.
Yeah,
I did okay on my initiative.
He's going
Okay.
first.
right. You punch Cormac
Cormac.
in the face. Take a point of damage.
Yeah, that's. And then I'm storming off.
Okay.
Cloak, storm.
So I finished talking
Strop,
to her.
you mean? You
I
strop
just
him.
apologised
I can
for
stop him.
my companion's behaviour.
Yes.
I turn around.
No,
That
no,
happens.
you stop to talk to her and you
Yeah.
can see over her shoulder
Oh.
this fight going on. And you sort of say, thank you very much, thank you very much, yes, yes, yes. And she moves off. And then you kind of head over. He whacks you on the jaw and then walks off.
Leave them using it.
Yeah, it's a
Leave
point of
him
damage.
using-
I don't care.
Leave them
Okay.
using a tantrum.
So
Okay.
Let me have a look at you. And can I do medicine on him?
Sure.
Probably not even a bloody news.
Yeah, that's quite good. 17.
He'd just been punched in the face.
No, to try and like,
Oh, you want to
stop
heal him?
bleeding or anything.
Okay, yes. He did. His lip was bleeding, and you managed to staunch it.
Can I get my point of damage back?
Almost as useful as a tissue.
if
Yeah, why not?
Well, this has been a dramatic evening.
if I can catch your eye or not, I'm probably going to follow him.
Okay, yeah, if you basically kind of go.
Shall we
On
go
one.
to the
Yeah.
mines?
So like you keep an eye on them and I'll go and get.
It is now quite late.
I think rest for the evening and then make it out in the morning. However, this may be a good opportunity to go and investigate that tent.
Oh yeah, let's go and investigate the tent. Are you coming?
Which tent was it?
I assume you told them.
Not yet.
Oh, sorry.
Mine
That's why I'm gonna go and tell him.
I think we
Because
should
I'm
go and
like, hey,
find
Coop,
the
I've got something that we can do while they go and do whatever.
They did tell you that the biggest town in town is called
Okay.
the Deepest Delve.
Because I know
It's
it's
by the
now.
canal.
I thought
Yeah.
we were going to the tent. What happened to the tent?
You haven't been told about the tent yet. I'm
Out
currently
of
unaware of
character
the
knowledge.
tent.
In
That's
character.
what I was going to
I forgot that that's not the indoor
Yeah,
combat.
no.
Well, let's go and get.
No, let's go
up
to the
and
tavern.
drunk.
Okay.
Perhaps not.
Ah,
I think we may need our wits for it about us in the morning.
Ah.
Okay, so you guys start heading towards the tavern.
Well, I don't think I was
the-
going to find House Brooklyn.
Well, they said there were Bridburns
Right,
in
we'll go and
town,
get drunk.
All right.
but Verla Burnborn,
Oh yeah, the burn.
they're an offshoot family of the Bridburns. So you would actually then have to follow Verla after her conversation
Yeah,
with
I'll follow.
with Lena.
I'll follow.
I don't know.
Okay, you head in that
I
direction.
just want to go to a mine.
Why is everyone suddenly at each other's throat?
I don't know. I'm not sure what's happening.
Is it this place?
I know.
Maybe.
I tell you that I'm going to do. I don't just walk off. I tell you just like I'd like to like keep good relations with the Ribbon, so I was going to go and speak to these people. Do you think that's
Perhaps that.
Do you think that's okay?
Yeah, you go.
Okay.
That we'll have our priestly conversation. Perhaps
Okay,
that something
you go.
in this town is infecting people's minds.
I think there might be something here.
So we go and speak to your priest at the church, or should we just go to the tavern?
Have you stormed
If
off
the
and
temple's
vanished,
open,
or
then
have
maybe
you
the
just
No,
told
church
off?
should go
no,
for
just
respective
I've.
temples and
I'm
what they
following
do
you.
at the
I'm not
temple.
Let's
particularly
not
being
split
discreet.
up.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Then
go
I
to
shall
the temple
stop
of
and wait for you to
Sion
catch
Okay.
up.
Okay, You guys head off to the temple. You catch up with Poot.
He's right then. We suddenly started punching each other.
Oh, I can't believe you chastised me in front of other people. God, the man got no manners.
Southerners, right?
Absolutely.
She's on his side. Burn her. We can't hear this.
Out of character knowledge.
Oh, shit.
I suppose I'll have to apologise to her in the morning.
Yeah, he might not even remember. They've gone to the tavern,
I hit him quite hard.
I'm sure.
Escalated.
So, I might have something that we can do this evening.
Okay.
Having spoken to the lady there,
Mm-hmm.
the dodgy chap who seems to be having some trouble with his workers, I know where the sick ones are. Do you want to check it out?
Yes, I think that's really important. I've got the little blue orbs. I think they might do something other than just kill the risen.
Alright. Well, let's go see if there's a problem first.
Hmm.
We'll go from there.
Okay.
Split the party 3 ways, you said.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Okay, so you guys
We're going to go and sneak off.
start heading off towards
Casual.
the hill
Casual, yeah.
to find the.
Is that outside of...
It's at the back of the town.
Yeah,
Right,
basically
okay.
it's just the entrance to their part of the...
So you head towards the Okran. You ask a few people along the way.
Mhm.
They point you in the right direction,
Mhm.
and eventually you make your way to the Okran mining camp area.
It might be worth us trying to gather up the apothecary when we go.
Potentially?
Just because he might have a bit of an idea or better
Rufus.
understanding. Rufus, yeah.
All of your companions, by the way, have gone to the tavern.
Oh, I couldn't fit
Well, we could
Well,
find
we'll,
out
yeah,
what's
we'll
going
go
on.
and we'll go and have a look, and then we can take Rufus a little later. I suppose.
Well, first we need to see if there's actually...
Yeah.
I suspect it's worse than he's letting on.
A contagion.
Let's just hope it's not that bad.
Okay.
We'll go and do that.
Okay.
Doo-doo.
You guys head up to the mining camp, and you can see that it's been shut down for the evening.
Mhm.
It's all locked up. There's like a loose fence wall around it, not like the big town wall. And there are a couple of little towers where people keep an eye on stuff,
Mhm.
just to make sure no one's nicking mining equipment, that kind of thing. But it doesn't look like it's especially heavily guarded right now.
She said it's the green on the edge of camp.
Cool.
And you can actually see that tent from where you're standing looking
What
at the
kind
mining
of
camp.
time is it right now?
It's late. It's late.
Late.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's quite dark.
It is
I
dark.
should just sneak in. Sneak in a stealthy type way.
Okay, so you guys want to sneak in, climb over the wall?
Yeah.
Shall I come with or shall I keep
Oh
watch?
yeah. No, we'll just both go, because if we get there, then someone's might have to watch if we go and sneak into the tent.
Alright.
Okay, stealth rolls.
I might be regretting this decision.
Okay, right. Okay. Well, I'll stealth in first,
Yeah.
and then if you seem to have any trouble, I'll make a noise, distract them, and then stealth some more. Okay. I passed my stealth roll.
He vanishes.
Okay,
Literally.
you are one with the
Literally.
knight.
Yeah, I am.
I
That's
haven't-
about 25.
I haven't rolled a 1 yet.
I have received a note from Jim as Cormac. I think we can all guess what's on the note, but I will put it
Show
down
it to the
here.
camera.
Oh, I can.
You can. There is a camera.
I can. Well,
Give
Which
Saint
camera do I-
all your
no,
money.
because then you guys can see it if I turn it around.
Yeah, no, that one.
Let's do this one.
Can you read it?
What am I doing? Stealth check.
Kill all
Yep, I think they can read that.
I came to this
Okay.
place with one dream.
Well-
Kill humans.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Ooh, I'm good.
What'd you get?
18 plus stuff, so I'm cool.
Okay,
Probably.
right.
Or are you?
You climb over the wall, and Poot is waiting for you in the shadow of the tent.
Can we hear any
It's
noise?
a large tent,
Mhm.
rigged up ropes, holding it down. You can see it's got a couple of inner big poles holding it up, and all the flaps around this side are kind of either tied or sealed or sewn or something
So it's-
closed.
Yeah,
Are there guards outside the tent?
Not where you are,
but
Right.
essentially,
but you can kind of hear noise
everything's
the
shut
other
down.
side,
Okay.
and there's sort of activity going on. Very light activity. A few
Any
people
noise
moving
coming
around.
from inside?
No.
There's no activity coming from inside.
No sound.
No sound at all.
Not that you can hear.
Okay.
You could
Listen.
cut a hole in it and look in. You could
Well,
go round and try and find a door,
Untie part of.
or untie part of it and
So
just
we can
climb
tie it
under?
back up and it's
Yeah.
like we were never
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
rather than stabbing holes in canvas, which is
Oh,
kind of
okay.
obvious.
I should look around for an obvious way to make a distraction, like a big pile of leaves somewhere that I could throw a stone in, or
Sure.
I'm just
Yeah,
looking
you
as
find
preparation.
You find a conveniently stacked pile of leaves
Cool.
that you think you can
And a
throw a rock
haystack.
into.
Next to a well,
Yes.
and we'll just play Assassin's Creed.
That's right.
People moving watermelons around in crates.
Wait,
Thing you find, I don't play Assassin's Creed. I should think this stuff up.
Okay. So,
Okay.
you're next to the tent.
Yeah. Oh, actually, we probably just
Untie.
untie it.
Okay.
And then
You
I should go
untie.
in, have a look.
Okay.
I
So you
have
untie
dark
it.
vision, so I can see. Yeah.
Pull.
Oh, actually. Me too.
Cool. So yeah, pop a bit of the thing, and then get inside and have a look around.
Okay.
So I'll let him do that while
Listen,
I wait for him.
yeah, listen
Crawl
for,
in.
yeah, crawl in.
The tent is empty.
It's a trap.
It's empty.
Let's
Can I investigate the room, the tent, to see whether or not
make an investigation roll.
whether or not people have been here before? So that
Are you
I got,
going in, or are you still in the way?
No, I'll
He's
go,
in.
go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got
Shall I
lots.
Follow.
What do you mean lots?
15 plus 5 is 20.
Okay. So you got 20.
Yeah, I shall whisper that there's no one in here.
There are boot prints.
Yeah.
There are imprints of what look like legs of heavy
Yeah.
things
Like cots and stuff.
digging into the ground.
Yeah.
There have clearly been throws, sort of flattened lots of areas of the grass and
Yeah.
stuff. In one area, there looked like there'd been maybe barrels in the pressing down.
Yeah.
And you rolled a 20, didn't you? There is a little bit of ash on one part of the tent.
Right. I think we should leave.
Are you going in?
Well, I was going to at least stick my head in and see what he's doing.
He's looking at the ground.
Yeah. We need to
That's
leave.
fine, I do that a lot.
Okay. So you're going to leave?
Yeah, we need to leave.
Alright.
What has been done here is not good.
Okay. Right, you guys leave. What, are you going to head back to the tavern where everyone else is?
Yup.
Okay. Right.
Meanwhile,
You two.
thousands of miles away.
You guys head off to the Temple of Usain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cormac, are you going with them, or are you going off to
whoever was there is
be nice with the
Yeah.
I was just
Burn
going to go nice to be with the
Simple
Okay.
as
So-
nothing specific, just ingratiating myself.
So they're
Okay,
hiding
cool. Right, so you guys get to the temple. It's very late.
There was no black.
There is no one on the front door. There's no one around. The doors are shut. You can see lights inside.
Do we knock?
Is the door open
No, we'll just go
or unlocked?
because if we get caught,
If you approach,
they're likely to
you
just
can
try
see
and
that the
kill-
door is in
kill
fact
people.
open.
I will open it and walk in.
And I will follow.
Are you
Okay.
alright?
Yeah, we'll just go back to
No,
them.
I mean,
As you go in, you see a
Yeah.
man standing at the other end of the temple by a large altar that's shaped like an anvil in kind of simple robes, and he turns around and he's wearing around his neck a necklace with the symbol of Usain on, but instead of the pure sword image, it's got the anvil image, which as a member of the church you know that this is a separate sect of Usain worship, which is the Forgist. These are the people who believe he is more the smith than the father, and he is more about fire and metal and all these kinds of things.
Okay, so they have like an amicable relationship between
At the moment, yes, fine, but it started in Blackbridge, where there's all the
Forges.
the forge of Usain and all the forges and all that
Can
kind of
I knowledge religion to see if I know that?
Yeah.
Proficient in playing today, so 11.
stuff. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Right. Hello. Sorry. I just need to light a couple more candles. Can I help you at all? And he's got a long thing, and he's going around lighting candles.
Yes. My name is Aurelian. I am of the Order of Ision.
Oh, it's a pleasure to. I haven't seen you in town before. Are you from?
I am not. I have travelled here from Onsmouth.
Oh, excellent.
We are here investigating concerning matters within the mines.
Oh, I hope there's nothing worrying.
Have you encountered anything unusual?
Any disappearances, sudden bouts with sickness,
People behaving in odd ways?
punching people?
I haven't.
Sharon.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
She should have been here by now.
If Lady Catherine were
She
here,
probably did
she'd
get
probably
here,
be able
and
to
then
help
she's
you more.
been
She
silenced.
sits on the
Spoken to the wrong
council, and she's the head of the
Yeah.
church here in Ironend and the lands surrounding. Her and the rest of the of them have gone off into the hills, but they've heard of something going on in an old ruined temple, a day's travel to the north of here, past the other side of the hill that way.
And do you know what it is they heard in this ruined temple?
I'm afraid I kind of do the sweeping and light the candles and things, and they've left me to look after the temple while they're gone.
Would anyone in town know where they've gone?
The members of the council would know.
I see.
It's an altar board. So you have no idea where your mistress has gone.
She's gone a day's ride, sort of north-ish, I think, off to a ruined temple. As I said, that's
North-ish. That way.
If members of the council will know that,
The members of the council don't like us, though.
the captain will answer our questions, I'm sure.
Yeah, maybe. Is it worth speaking to this? What's her name?
Lady Catherine.
Lady Catherine.
Lady Catherine.
And
She's
she is a
wise
priest-
lady,
She is
and
a priestess.
Yes, yes. Oh, yes. She's gifted with the powers of our Lord.
That is good.
Okay. So do you want to find her?
I think this could perhaps be a clue.
A clue.
Thank you for your assistance.
You're
I will
welcome.
leave you to your work.
Your sign go with you.
Yes, I'll go with you. And turn around and walk back
I
up.
will follow. Going.
Okay.
And just walk.
Okay, so you guys head back to the tavern.
I thought we were going to go to the one of Aberdeen.
Are you going to go to the one of Abatar? Okay, cool. As you head towards the temple of Abutar, Rufus is walking the other way.
Hello, Rufus.
Good evening.
How's it going?
Very well. I've been to the temple to do my evening prayer, and I'm now returning to the tavern. The others have started up a game of cards, I believe, and having a few drinks, waiting for instruction from yourselves.
How did you find the temple? I mean, how did you find
I
it?
walked there.
No, I mean, how is it?
It is good, as there is a viewing pool. I myself am not blessed with this vision power, but some are. It is comfortable.
Are there clerics there presently?
There is a cleric. Yes.
We should speak with him.
We should. Thank you, Rufus. We will see you later.
Yes.
Yes, and we'll come past him. And go to the temple of Abutar.
Okay.
I'll play in the pool.
I've had a chest infection for 10 days.
No fun.
Right. You arrive at the temple of Abutar.
Yep.
And it's kind of a cloistered round building with a pool in the middle, as he said.
Yeah.
And there are benches around it with a nice tiled sloping roof to keep the rain off. And there is an elderly man sitting. He seems to have like little bits of. He's like got some sort of crumbling stone, and he's just flicking bits into the pool.
What's the appropriate title for a priest of Avatar, a cleric of Avatar?
Either seeker or sage.
Excuse me, Seeker.
Ah! Plop. The ripple has arrived.
Ripple?
There are many ripples in the surface of the water. He flicks another thing.
We come here seeking information.
As many do.
My name is Saint. I have come from Onsmouth. We've come here seeking knowledge from inside the mines.
Ah. Then you come seeking darkness.
You could say that. We come to fight the darkness and spread the light of understanding and reason to dark places in the world. Have you heard of this darkness? Or
I have heard from some members of the council that there is trouble brewing beneath the hill. They seem not too concerned, however, as often these people are.
What does the pool tell you? Do you have the sight?
The pool? Sometimes. When he wishes to give it to me.
There's also a member of the council who's currently missing. A priest of Sion.
She is not
Priestess.
missing. Lady Catherine is on a mission of her faith. There is an old ruined temple which she believes is a site of worship of Usain to the north.
Do you know
Beyond the hill.
Do you know exactly where it is? Could you point it out on this map?
He draws a rough dot just beyond that hill to the north of Ironend.
Do you know of any of the townsfolk who have come seeking guidance about sickness or ill health at all? Miners, particularly.
No, not to my doorstep.
No. You met one of our companions earlier, a man called Rufus.
Oh yes, he came and sat and gazed at the water for a while.
Fair enough. Is there anything else you want to ask? As this is a temple to knowledge.
You should be careful in what you seek. It's a dangerous path that you're walking.
Thank you, Seeker.
That sounds ominous. What do you know?
When a group of people such as yourselves arrive in a town, and members of faith have left it, and word of dark deeds in the mines are beginning, then I am not foolish enough to think that nothing is going on. And whatever path it is often leads to danger. So,
Going into the unknown is always dangerous.
indeed, that's something we should do.
Exactly.
Carefully.
I like this guy.
Thank you, Seeker, for your time. And may Avatar go with you.
Do you wish to gaze into the pool?
You know what? Yes. I'm going to have a go. How does this work?
So make a wisdom roll.
Oh, my one
Oh
weakness.
no, sorry, charisma roll.
My other weakness. 13.
Okay. You look into the water, and he's still flicking his little bits of stone into the water, and they're causing little ripples across the surface, slowly spreading out. And you can see that there's a little bit of moss and things that have started to grow in the nooks and crannies in the pool, although most of it looks like it's fairly well maintained. And you sit there for a few minutes and stare, and for a moment you don't know whether it's the light of the moon coming out from behind a cloud, but it looks like to you for a moment the pool froze over. And then
Can I use insight to see if this is a message or has some hidden meaning?
you make a religion roll.
Oh, yes.
Insight is like personal.
I'm good at religion. Apart from when I roll 7s. 11.
Wasn't a one.
Something has happened.
Just some strange quirk of light, perhaps.
No, I don't believe
A
that.
strange omen of icy golemic magic. Who knows?
I'll have to research more into this.
Thanks. No.
Think snow. Cold never bothered me anyway. Oh my god, I'm a princess!
Edit that out.
Yes. We'll leave.
Leave it in.
Okay.
We should find your priestess.
I think that's the wise path.
Do you want to sleep or leave now?
I think we should sleep. I think the journey would be far easier in daylight.
I do hear there's a game of cards going on in the tavern.
Okay. So you guys head back to the tavern.
Yes.
Jim,
Hi.
you stalk Verla.
Your
Still-
prey.
Singing or something.
I follow.
Yeah, you stalk. You follow Verla Burnborn through the streets to a large, impressive house. And after a while, one of her hangers-on, courtiers, whatever you want to call them,
Notice.
sort of hangs back and says, "May I help you?" It's a woman. She's got a rapier at her belt, but foppish clothes on. May I help you?
Does she look like she could fight? Or, I mean,
Yeah, she does, but
Yeah.
she also looks a bit foppish.
Fair
Yeah.
It's just like, well, I've recently come from visiting the premier of your house. I'm interested in finding out more about your house and seeing if there's any other way I can assist.
Well, that's very kind of you. However, the hour is late,
It is.
and I would say that my mistress requires her sleep. But if you wish to have an audience with her, then if you have indeed met the ancestor of the household, then I'm sure there is a mutual benefit to such a meeting.
Yeah, excellent. Sounds good. Please pass on my apologies and well wishes to your
course.
mistress.
And your name is?
Cormac Mortal.
Cormac Mortal. Okay.
Yes. Shall we? I imagine there is quite a lot on. We have to investigate the mines. After that, I will come back to your house.
Very well. Okay. And you head back to the tavern?
Yeah.
Okay. You all arrive back at the tavern. And we'll leave it there.
Hey.
Oh.
I'd like to say thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.
Doodle pip.
Don't forget we're going to have a very interesting competition coming up to celebrate our 252 subscribers. Yay! Where you could win an adventure module from Dreadful Dungeons. So stay tuned on the channel. We'll be bringing that video out soon.
And subscribe.
Yes, indeed. But until then, thanks for watching and bye.
Doodle pip.
Bye.